Hey guys, welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
I am Quano Coggins. He did know we were starting to record there, but I wonder if he'll ever come back. And today we're talking about a very unique topic. As you saw in the title, it's will Captain Foley ever come back? No, it's what's the title, Stuart? Because you came back, so will she?
The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. It wouldn't stay away.
Not from all of you. He loves you.
She was kind of a vicious cat. Yeah, but is Narissa going to come back at some point?
But Stuart, she died. She got them pushed off a ledge down a 3-kilometer bog something into probably some water because it's being flooded. I mean, she did, son, right? No? Yes? What do you think?
Probably not. Knowing them, we assume she's dead, so of course it's going to be a great reveal when she comes back, and she's going to be a main baddie for season 2, causing problems for them all, because she wants revenge on Seven for whatever reason.
She wants revenge on Seven for getting revenge on her.
Plus, we don't know what happened to all the scientists and everybody. And Rhonda. Rhonda was on the queue. That's her auntie. If you care about her. We don't know what happened to all these people. So if she can finagle some of them and, whatever, use them in some way, she could be actually pretty impressive force coming back for season 2. Assuming she's not dead. But of course she's not dead because...
I mean, I also assume that Jatavash is still going to try and attack the synths in season 2 and O's going to be a threat. So either they're going to drop the plot entirely because, O backed down because of Picard's speech, or O didn't back down and therefore Narissa will just find O again and then break Narika out of Starfleet prison and then, it'll be easy. But all I thought, honestly, when the fight was happening was, A, this is a boring fight with no setup because the characters don't even know each other. Reputation-wise, they do, but there's been no build-up, and therefore there's no satisfying payoff. It's just a moment and a waste of the character. But all I thought was, hi, Phasma.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Captain Phasma, as you remember, was the highly touted Star Wars sort of Boba Fett of the new era in the special chrome armor, with the wonderful actress from Game of Thrones who had all of 2 minutes of screen time, never out of helmet, very unuseful for the plot, and then became a cowardly person at the end and let them destroy the base, and then was thrown in a trash compactor. Then the whole thing exploded and she didn't die somehow. She must have escaped. And she comes back in the second film with a bit more screen time, and then once again gets killed. We all assumed she'd be back in the 9th episode. She wasn't, so she did stay dead. And it meant nothing. The character is almost forgettable now. But she was almost played that way and kind of a stupid non-character. Now, Narissa obviously has more character, but guys, several times in the show, she's been almost killed and beamed away. When the knife was thrown at her, she beamed away. When she was getting attacked by XP, she beamed away. So what makes anybody think that this threat to her life is going to... I assume that before she hits the ground, she'll beam away. We know the cube's operational. We know that, her systems are tied to other systems that are back online. So there's no reason to think she is dead, except Seven saying, you're dead.
Yeah, it's not like she was blasted with a big hole in her chest, then fell down. She was just kicked down a shaft, which, as you said, probably had water at the bottom of it, which we all know in movie world, that means you won't die. No, I can definitely see her coming back. It was such a quick end to her, and I know a lot of things were wrapped up really quickly in that episode just because they needed to get it finished. So it's something that could definitely be drawn on for season 2, and knowing the way that they like to surprise us, it's something that I think is a possibility, at least, that she will be back. So although she's still got a vendetta against the synths, even if Commodore O has given up, I would think.
But she's such a dull character. She's one-dimensional.
Yeah.
She believes in the cause to the fullest extent. And the fact is that she was almost right. They did summon, one synth did try and kill everyone else in the galaxy. Not that she knows that, but I guess Narissa probably told her. Although whatever. I mean, they didn't care about fixing the plot at the end. They really didn't care. It was about just finishing it. But what that scene really was just a loose end. We're kicking a loose end off a bridge. Don't have to think about it. Same with Narek. Oh yeah, he's incapacitated by synths and therefore out of the plot. It's like what? And you will go back and watch our What Happened to Narek episode. Pre-filmed and pre-released on Trekyards. So yeah, the moment is so hollow. Just like when Picard dies, he's going to come back with a golem. At least it's very obvious. There's no real anything there. Now again, that would have been nice. Same thing, post-credit sequence. If you'd seen her... Oh, come on. If the Emperor can survive a fall, I mean, not as physical body did, but the Emperor in Star Wars Episode 6 survived the Death Star exploding. People falling down holes, and Kylo Ren, same thing. Episode 9, he fell down a cliff, didn't die. Cliffs and holes aren't as deadly as they used to be, Stuart.
No. And the thing is, we just did a discussion too, talking about, will the Federation be destroyed? Will the Synths come back? This is something where I can see her actually trying to summon them back. I mean, she's still got the broadcast tower. It's deactivated, I guess. But all you need is readings. What created the portal? We've got a whole Romulan fleet sitting in orbit during that time. So I can see Commodore O and or Narissa trying to replicate the signal to call the Synths. Although it would be their own destruction as well, I would assume. So it's kind of stupid, but at the same time,
yeah, maybe
if they could call them and then kill them.
I was about to say maybe, because I'm assuming the Borg cube would have scans of the anomaly and all. The Borg are very advanced, so if once they scanned the tower and the signal, that's it. You've got the signal. You don't need to. The Borg cube, I'm sure, can create a new one. And yeah, Narissa could say. And wouldn't that be an interesting plot if actually they go, Narissa's like, oh, we found all the real synths, now we can go and send a EMP bomb to kill all the synths. Yeah, I mean, she's, an idiot if she thinks that's right, because they're, a huge alliance of people, but she's never been that smart. So it's her story is done, but her story was the main plot, and the main plot doesn't feel like it should be done, because they didn't wrap up anything satisfactorily. But, again, she should just have lived. Yeah, and it's weird they didn't shoot her. Why would Seven throw her, kick her on a thing? It's like, break her neck, shoot her, stab her. Is it more?
It's that. Let's leave it questionable in case we run out of ideas for the next season. We can draw on that well of all the unanswered questions. Yeah, because I would have loved to see her get kicked and then blasted all the way down. But then again, we would have complained about Seven being a vicious murderer at that point as well.
But she already was, though, so it makes no difference.
I know, but I do appreciate her arc. She kind of feels bad about it.
But she still viciously kicked her for a very large fall. I mean, I don't know what hurts more, being shot by kill shots many times, or falling at several miles an hour into hard water or spikes. I mean, she could bleed out horribly in the water and then drown. I mean, let's not say she wasn't a gruesome murderer there, because she was, just in a different way. And I think Narissa obviously will come back. I mean, they undid most of the stuff from this episode. Commodore O is a villain. Nah. Riker was retired. Nah. The ship got damaged. Nah. The plants were a threat. Nah. All these things. Picard died. Nah. Jurati's going to go to prison. Nah. Narissa, but you will be back, Stuart, just like we will be. Many days and many times on Trekyards Channel. As you know, we do analysis all the damn time about all of Star Trek. And we're finishing off our Picard look at with all these little reviews. So tune in if you can when they come out. And our lives, they're really important, because that's how we do fund the channel with your super chats. So please join in if you want to. Not just the Picard ones, but to the post-Picard ones, which will be our TNG reviews and general discussion ones and breaking news ones, because we like to talk about breaking news. So if you want to support the channel, please just join in, super chat, say hi, and be part of the team Trekyards.
And there's other ways to support as well. They're down in the links in the description below. And one of the best ways is just like the video, subscribe to the channel, and just click the all alerts icon, notifications. So yeah, that's lots of ways to help us out. So anyway, guys, until we will be back next time, whether we get pushed down a shaft or not, which I hope we don't get pushed down a shaft. Anyway, we will be back for sure. So until then, I mean, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Commander Cookins still, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
I'll go.